Good afternoon, YouTube. Back with you today to bring you a special 200th video on my channel. I thought about this some time ago, what I should do to commemorate the occasion. I just decided what I would do is kind of take a look back at my channel. I've been uploading videos to YouTube now for about a little over 5 years, and so I thought it would be interesting to see which one got the most views and stuff like that. Just a little bit of a history and things. So, without further ado, let's get into it, and we'll start by taking a look at the channel itself. Okay, you could see by the graphic up on the screen that I've been a member of YouTube since August 30th, 2006. I have total views, which this may change by the time I actually publish this, but 10,168 views of videos on my channel. I currently have 44 subscribers. Hopefully that'll go up. Basically, I've been a member of YouTube for almost 10 years, but I've only started uploading videos, being an active member, I guess, since let's see, when was that? I believe it was, yeah, May 23rd of 2010. That's the first video I uploaded, and as you can tell by the title, I wasn't very adept at giving them very good titles. That just happens to be the file name of the off the camera. And what this was a video about was my grandson playing baseball, high school baseball, and basically him at the bat and running the base. And I basically was wanting to test out my camera, and because I hadn't had it very long, so I just wanted to see how it was going to work. And basically this was just kind of an experiment to see what it was going to look like on YouTube and stuff like that. But I don't know. I over the next, of course, I really didn't do a lot of uploading at all at first. I just would, basically put something I made on the camera just to see what it looked like, and if anybody wanted to see it, I guess they could. Um, the most views I've had of any of my videos, and like I said, there'll be 200 by the time this is posted, is for a Hackintosh computer I made. It was model number was a GA945 GCMX S2, and it was running OS X Mountain Lion 1084. I had 1,074 views for that video, or so far, I should say. And by far and away, that is the most I've gotten on my channel. Um, this was posted at a time that everybody was into Hackintoshes, and that fad has not gone away completely, but it is much less than it was. That was back in 2013, August of 2013. So, like I said, that's been up for 2 years, and so I guess that was just a popular thing for people to. The reason I guess that particular video was popular is because that system is probably the bare minimum for running Mac OS X on it, and it was interesting to see how well it ran on that computer. So, in addition to my regular channel on YouTube, I also have 2 other channels that are used for various things. The first one is K Calsum, and I don't know if you kind of figured that out, but it's Moslack spelled backwards. I use that one for uploading clips that are basically, if I get a copyright hit or something of that sort, I don't want to put it on my main channel to mess up my my status there. I just go ahead and use that. I really don't care about any subscribers or anything like that. I mean, it's not why I put it up there. But anyway, that's what I use that for. And then the other channel that I have is called Moslack Production Company, or Mosprod Co. And I use that primarily when I was making a film for the Reddington Christian Church. It was a story about the life of David, and if you look at that, view that channel, you'll see a lot of clips. And basically, I was doing those. My daughter was the director, and I was putting them up on YouTube so she could see what they look like, and get back to me on if she wanted to make changes, etc., things like that. There are several clips on there, and there's just some kids, and filming of that video. And I never did actually put up the whole video, I don't think. Um, it did turn out pretty good, I thought. So, anyway, like I said, that's what those two channels are about. You want to look at either one of them, that's fine. I didn't mention on the Kay Calsum. I do have a short film that I made with my two granddaughters on there, A Day in the Life of Lexi and Kylie. That was done several years ago, I guess. That's kind of interesting if you want to view that. It's a 15-minute video. That was back in the days when we wanted to do something, and that was something we did. So anyway, you can take a look at that if you want. As far as my camera, my equipment, my primary camera is a Sony MHS CM5 Bloggie high def camera. I like the camera a lot because it's small. It does very good job of videoing, and it will video in 1080p. I don't use that very often because of the size. I most often use 720p. That makes it manageable, to upload and render and things like that. It's if you use the larger, it just takes way too long. But there's a couple shots of the camera, what it looks like, and like I said, that's been my main camera. I've used it. I don't know. Let's see. I thought I had the date. Oh, let's see. I think I have a date when I bought that. May 17th, 2010. I found the posting. First picture I used on this was from the Amazon website, and that gave when I purchased it. Amazon's pretty good about that. So I've had this camera for going on 6 years now. It's been a good camera overall, and like I said, I really think it is. The only problem I have with it, as far as shooting videos, is it's small, and as small as it is, it's easy to move, and you can see the videos don't come out very stable that way. If I've got a little mono pod for it, I bought for it, and if I use that and just have it down low as it'll go, and basically it's just a handle then. If I use that, it's a lot more stable, but I don't ever do it. I just try to wing it the best I can. So, like I say, that's the story of my main camera, and I do have a secondary camera that I use sometimes. I used this a lot when I was doing the movie for the church. It's a Olympus. It's just a point-and-shoot camera. It's FE20. 8 megapixels. Like I said, it only shoots video in 640 by 480 VGA. But like I said, that's what I did that movie in, so it worked out really good with that. It does pretty good job of videoing. It's not the greatest in the world, but like I said, it's not too bad. And then I went off the deep end one day and thought I would try one of these. I saw them on eBay, on cheap Chinese high density cameras, high definition, whatever you want to call it. This camera here was less than $25 shipped. It does 1080p. It does 720. and it does VGA, but it doesn't have any kind of well, it has a LED light, but it's not very good. But it does use just standard batteries. It's one of the things I don't like about it, because with my Sony I can just plug that into USB, and while I'm uploading the video to the computer, it'll charge the battery, and then while I'm rendering it and making the video, it's by the time I get done with that, the battery's recharged. So that part I don't care for. Now I do have plans for a new camera that I want to buy. I've been watching the old Goat 64, old 64 Goat, his channel, and he uses a Kodak Playful camera, which is what I've got pictured there now. I'm looking for one of those on YouTube, or I keep YouTube, eBay, and hope to find one of those at a reasonable price. I'd like to get one for less than $30 if I can, shipped. And that should make a better camera than the Olympus, because it does shoot in 1080p, and the addition of the WVGA, which he uses, I thought that would be an excellent way to shoot some video, because it doesn't take as long to render, to upload, and all that stuff. And the quality looks to be very near the same as 720p. So that's my plans for the future anyway. I hope to get that in the next couple of weeks. Starting out back in when I got the Bloggy camera, I had at the time I had a Hackintosh computer that I made myself. It was comprised of an Intel Core i5 750 CPU running at 2.67 gigahertz with 4 gig of RAM. The computer had 3 video cards in it, and it ran 6 monitors at the time. I uploaded, if you look at my channel, you'll see some video of 6 monitors and me doing multitasking on the computer. It's a very good computer. I still have it, and it's still my main computer. I used that computer with iMovie, basically iMovie HD, which is version 6, to do all my video work. iMovie is a good program. I don't know, it's just a little bit more complicated than I'd like. It will do simple videos, obviously. You take a look at the screen layout on the images there. But as you can see, it has the preview screen on the left, and the video clips are on the right side of the screen. And then on the bottom of the screen is the timeline. Now you take the clips from the video clips and place them down in a timeline to make your video. It's simple, and that operates that part of it, but there's so many different variables as far as the transitions and things like that you can get really carried away with it. It's a good program, don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those things that I don't know. It's just I probably just don't like it as well as I should. But anyway, about the not too long after I got my camera, I got a Mac Mini. It's called mid 2010 model, and it's basically a Intel Core processor, or Core Duo actually processor. And along with that computer came a new version of iMovie. So basically I have iMovie 6, which is the HD, and then iMovie 11, which came with the Mac Mini. You can see by the graphic on the screen that the interface is just a little bit different. The video clips on the left, the preview screen's on the right, and the timeline again it's at the bottom, but it's a lot bigger timeline. It's way overkill for what I do. But like again, it's a good program. I still use the version 6 the most when I'm using that, because to me it was just simpler to use, and I'm a simple person. So anyway, on to what I use today is, as you can see, this Toshiba. The model is A205. I think it's S5825, something like that. but I sit here, and that's what I'm sitting here with in my lap right at the moment. Um, and for this, I use Windows Movie Maker. Now, you a lot of people don't like Windows, and I'm probably one of them. But for this software, I think it's one of the best software that Microsoft ever made. Um, it it's easy to use. And if you look at the screen, you see the preview screen on the left, and the timeline and clips are on the right. It's just so simple to do. Um, you construct your video with in line just like you would any other editor, but you can change a lot of different stuff on it. And I made this video with it, and as you can see, that's the beginning of this video. But like I said, it's just a really good program, I think. I mean, I'm really sad that I don't think they don't make that anymore, or if they do, they messed it up. Because this is the version for Windows 7, by the way. It's not the probably not the latest one, but it's a good one, I think. And it's obviously not as powerful as iMovie, but it gets the job done for me for the videos I make. As far as videos I make, I've been making a lot of electronics videos here lately. I enjoy messing with electronics. I went to school back in '79 and '80 for electronics to be an electronics technician. Uh, I do have my general class FCC license, which probably doesn't mean a lot these days. But the thing was when I did that, and I opened a repair shop in Vevey, Indiana, called Swiss TV and Stereo, and I had that for a couple years. And basically, at the time, the Chinese, well, not the Chinese, the Koreans at that time, were coming out with cheap TVs, and everything was getting so cheap that nobody wanted to put money into repair. And primarily my business was TVs, and I could see the handwriting on the wall that that was not going to change. It was not going to get any better. I could have went into computers or something like that, which I was experimenting with at the time. But it just seemed like in a small community like Vevey, and it was not going to be lucrative enough to support two kids. And so I took a full-time job and got out of it. But since I've retired, I've gotten back into it and found out why I enjoyed it so much. But like I said, that's some of the videos that I've been doing here lately on that. Of course, my Buick, I want to do more video on it, and I'd like to eventually have it to where I can drive it every day if I want to. And it's coming along, but it's slow. And like I said, I do enjoy working on it, but it's not as easy as sitting down in a chair and working in electronics. So um, that's pretty much it for what I've been doing with this channel. And I think you can see that I do have a lot of stuff that on the channel, but like I said, mostly I wanted to make this for a special 200 video and 5 years basically. And we'll maybe take a look at this, maybe look at 300. I don't know. It depends on how it goes, but for now, I guess that's all I have to say about it. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and look forward to making some more videos for you. Thanks for watching.